Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're doing well. So I'm on to make something with an item from my secondhand Sunday haul. You may remember last week I made some book covers with my wallpaper. Just covered some old book covers with the wallpaper. And they turned out quite nice. Now of course they're going to need some pages in. So I thought that's what I would do, a couple of pages today, and the item I want to use, because I've been hanging out to use it, is my edge punch set. So I thought we'd give that a go today. So I found some tea-dyed papers. I've got some doily, well these are coffee dyed, these doily ones. So I'll probably put them in. I might leave them as is because they're pretty enough already. And then I also grabbed just some plain tea-dyed papers. So I'm going to have to cut them all down to size because they're a little bit tall and a little bit wide. So first thing I must do is measure how big I'm going to want my papers. So we'll do that. Now, the only thing I've got is this stupid ruler. I must have taken all my rulers that have inches on out into the lounge. I'll have to do something about that. So it's almost 5. So if we do about, I reckon 4 3/4 is plenty. So if we double that, that's 8, 9.5, I think. So I'll write it down because I always forget. So 9.5. And then height-wise, we want, sorry about the glare. So it's 8 exactly. We'll go 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 and 7/8. That works out right. So we'll cut all of our papers down to those sizes. So I'll take off the ends that might be a little, when I tea dye, you know, I dunk the paper and then pull it out of the water, and sometimes that really weakens the edges. So they're the first parts I like to take off so that they don't rip. Just open up my measure. So I'll just take that off a bit. I think I need a new cutter in there. Because that didn't work. I've replaced the blade. I'm not sure if it's a new one or not, but we'll see how we go. So we wanted 9.5. The tea-dyed paper is difficult to cut sometimes. So that's about 9.5. Beautiful, much better. And we want 7 7/8 for the height. So I'll continue cutting all of these at the 9.5 by 7 7/8, and then I'll come back and we'll get on with the punching. Okay, so I've finished cutting my pages. The edges are a bit rough, but that's all right. If I'm going to ink them up, that actually looks quite nice when they're rough like that. That's from the cutter. Looks like I did not. Hang on. I think there's 2 here that I didn't take edges off of. Just finish those off. Good. Try and pull this little bit off. I have to cut that down. All right, so now I think we've got them all about the same size. Find my scissors. I'll just tidy up this edge. If the rough edges bother me too much, then I can just go along and slice them down like that with my scissors. So the next thing we want to do is fold these in half. Grab my bone folder. I think these doily dyed pages will look really nice with the wallpaper. So of course I'm going to put other pages in as well. I just wanted to get a few that I'll use with my punch. I did try punching some wallpaper because I wanted to punch some of the, make some pocket pages with the wallpaper and punch the wallpaper, but the punch set does not like the wallpaper at all. It just gets stuck, so I thought I'd better not do that. But it goes through the paper, of course, fine, and I'm sure it'd go through the scrapbook paper fine as well. It just does not like wallpaper. There should be 3 of each type of page there. We'll just check that they're the right size now. They look perfect. So these ones we wanted to leave as is. And these ones we want to play around with our punch. See how I go. At least I've got heaps of tea dye paper if I mess it up, which is a possibility. So I'll grab my punch set. This, and I think I want to try this one that's first off. Now I've got to try and find it. I think it's that one. Yes, that looks right. Just put that in there for now. So with this, I just slide it in and push it until it clicks, and then it's ready to go. And then the little guide I've worked out, you slip in there and it goes either side of the punch in there. And then you can pull this, you've got to pull it out a bit so it goes around and it fits in there nicely on either side. And then we want to get it around centre. So I'm just looking at either end to see how close to centre we are. Looks pretty good there. Hang on. I'm trying to line it up with the lines on both sides too. So it just goes through the 2 pages like that. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Could just leave it as one there, but we'll do another one. So now what I want to do is line the outside pattern there up with the pattern here. So again, we want to make sure the paper lines up to the guide. Have them so they line up pretty well. And there we go, and that's how you line it up nicely. So now we'll go over this side. So far so good. So again, we are going to line up the outside of that last one we did with this side. Make sure the paper looks sort of straight. And there we go, and we've got it on both sides. Now, I'm not going to go further. I'm debating whether I want a corner round, so I might just leave it like that because we won't get the whole pattern there anyway. So I kind of like that. It's quite nice. A bit more decorative. Probably weakens, it's going to weaken the paper when you go to open it and that, so it'd be good to maybe reinforce with a coloured piece down there and then you'd be able to see it through, but we'll probably leave them like that for now. So let's change our punches out. So we'll just take that off. Now this button, if you press on that, it can take a bit of wiggling, but you just press on that a little bit and you should be able to slide your little cartridge out. Get it up the right way. So next we might try, I'll pull this one out because I know I want to do something with that. And put that one away, and we might try I'd actually try this one. So we want to find our little guides. Those ones. So which one did I get? So we've got that one. And we've got that one. That one we'll put away afterwards. So I'll start with this one. Thank goodness for these guides. The other ones that I've come across don't necessarily have these guides, so this is good. So that's in there. So again, we'll put it under, make sure it's about halfway. Now that's only just, oh, it's just bent that a bit as I've been pulling it out. So I have to be careful with that one. So we'll slip that in so that we can see that it lines up around here. Just worried that I'm not getting the paper in straight. So get it lined up. All right, that looks pretty good, or it did. And again, I think it gets a bit stuck. It's better. And then we'll go over this side. Make sure the paper's in. Yep. Line it up. There we go. Looks quite nice. You could ink it up and it would be beautiful. Got to be careful of the little bits though, so that's where it might be a bit of an issue. But as I said, then you can just reinforce the edges with something. So we'll take the guide out. Could even keep these little bits and do something with them. Colour them up a bit and stick them onto a tag. So I'll take this one out. Okay, takes a bit of doing. Just taking me a while to figure out where to hold it to press the button. So now we'll put this one in. That looks in properly. That along till we line it up. That's weird. We'll have to figure out where to put it if we want them continuous. But for now we'll leave it like that so it's even. Now these ones are cool because you can thread ribbon through them if you want, which I like doing. And I might do with that page. Could also do some binding with that one. So I thought I'd come on and show you how this all works in case you find one in your secondhand shop. Oh. But as I said, you really only want to use it for paper and your scrapbook paper, and that definitely doesn't work on the wallpaper well at all. But pretty neat, and it'll be great on the edge of some tags, which I want to do, but I'll have to do that with some cardstock. So they're those pages. So where did I put my other ones? In the book, I think. So if you had that stacked over the top of another page, it'd be like that. might put this one on the outside. I'll thread some ribbon through that sometime. And then we've got those pages ready to go in. And as I said, we can go along and ink over these to make them stand out a bit more if we want, which we might do when I next come on. But I thought we'll just get on and use the punch and see how it works. So whenever I do something in this wallpaper journal, I will come on and show you. I'll do it in between the other projects that I should be doing. So I better get on and do one of those. It's the last day of the month and I've done 2 out of the 4 challenges for the group, but you know, there's 4 challenges each month in the group and really I don't have to do them all. It's a bit much to keep up with sometimes, so try and do what I can because I do have a lot of other projects to do. So I hope you're having some crafty fun. And yeah, when I come on next, we might see if we can thread something through there. And ink up the other bits and find some more pages to go in here. It's quite a narrow spine. So I'll probably keep this one a writing journal with some light embellishments. I'll have to look for some embellishments for it as well. Might make some pockets in that with the wallpaper as well. So that's something else we can do together. So take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed that. Be good and I will see you soon. Bye.